the Rosa-Kotor plateau just above the bridge of Ibiga. The crowds here have been entertained with some very, very impressive music, and there is a very, very much a party and festival atmosphere. Above the river, Nzimta, difficult for me to say, but it certainly is a very rapidly flowing river, and it's a very impressive piece of natural architecture that comes through what is now, there you can see it, there is the river. And
ladies and gentlemen, the victory
now got the
ceremony for the
introduction.
biathlon men's 7.5 kilometer standing.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по биатлону. 7,5 километров. Мужчины в классе стоя.
So the first one will be the men's biathlon 7.5 kilometer standing. And, well, the conditions were difficult, there's no doubt. We haven't had much snow here, but the organisers have done a fantastic job getting the loipa, the piste, up as well as they possibly can.
For the biathlon men's 7.5 kilometer standing.
Приветствуем медалистов по биатлону. 7,5 километров. Мужчины в классе стоя.
So the competitors enter, and you can hear the shouts and screams of approval here because they've got two Russians involved, Azat Karachurin and Vladislav Lekemchev. And well, it couldn't be a better start to the evening, could it, for the hosts? They have really performed well. The Canadians, well, they'll be obviously very enthusiastic as well, but Vladislav Lekemchev, just 19 years old, has done a brilliant job here. Andrew Parsons and Galina Zolina.
Parsons, Vice President of the International Paralympic Committee, accompanied by Ms. Galina Zolina, Deputy Governor of the Krasnodar region.
Медали вручает господин Эндрю Парсонс, вице-президент Международного паралимпийского комитета, в сопровождении госпожи Галины Золиной, заместителя губернатора Краснодарского края.
He's a very popular character, Galina Zolina.
Бронзовый призер, представитель России, Азат Карачурин.
Azat Karachurin, what a great moment for this youngster. 18 years old, from Ufa in Russia. He was third in the World Championships, but picking up this third place here in Rosa-Kotor, part of the Sochi 2014 Paralympic Winter Games, will be certainly the highlight of his career so far, no doubt at all. Great performance, came in 19:14.9, just half a second behind the second place finisher.
Silver medalist representing Canada.
Серебряный призер, представитель Канады, Марк Арендс.
Mark Arends then takes the silver medal. He has actually won in the standing event in a World Championships. That was Sollefteå in Sweden just in 2013. He will be really pleased with this performance though. He was outside the medals in Vancouver, but to come to Russia and take a silver is a huge achievement. The boy who studied in Calgary takes the silver.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Russian Federation.
Золотую медаль и звание чемпиона Паралимпийских игр завоевал представитель России Владислав Лекомцев.
Ladislav Lekomchev takes the gold medal, and he is obviously thrilled with this, but he really was the favorite. In the World Championships, he won 3 gold medals. So you have to say that the form book has been honored here. What a wonderful, wonderful moment for the 19-year-old who has just delivered on expectations. Sometimes it's harder to do that, isn't it? Just wonderful moment. What an honor. Gold medal, Vladislav Lekomchev of
Ladies and
Russia.
gentlemen, the anthem of Russian Federation.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн России.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победитель и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
Well, it's a great celebration, of course, for Russia in particular, having got the gold and the bronze. The future certainly looks bright. 18-year-old Karachurin took the bronze. 19-year-old Lekomchev takes the gold medal. But, you know, the story of the actual event, very, very tight. Only 0.7 seconds between Lekomchev and Mark Arens, and 1.4 seconds behind the leader was Karachurin. So it was a very, very close encounter and befitting a really, really special, special moment in their lives. The winner really had just that little bit of extra at the end as the sun just about setting
Ladies and gentlemen,
behind
the victory
the
ceremony for the biathlon
Ibiga
men's
Bridge.
7.5-kilometer visually impaired.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по биатлону. 7,5 километров. Мужчины в классе слабовидящие.
So now the biathlon 7.5 visually impaired presentation. We will be witnessing the arrival of the guides as well, who are so important, of course, in this particular discipline. The guides who really have to work so closely as we see the medals in the background. And of course the crowds, the VIPs here have been loving every
Please welcome the medalist for the
Every
biathlon
event.
men's 7.5-kilometer visually impaired.
Приветствуем медалистов по биатлону. 7,5 километров. Мужчины в классе слабовидящие.
Well, we've got the green and red of Belarus leading the way here. We've also got Ukraine and Russia once again. It has been a very, very impressive performance by Shaptsiaboy, Vasily Shaptsiaboy of Belarus, 34 years old. In fact, all the competitors are in their 30s. Nikolai Polukin, 31 years old, and Vitaly Lukianenko, 35 years old, the winner from Ukraine. Now residing in Kharkiv, they will certainly be celebrating tonight in
The medals will
Kharkiv.
be presented by Mr. Peter Henshaw, Vice President of BP, accompanied by Mr. Sergei Gaplikov, member of the Sochi 2014 Supervisory Board.
Медали вручает господин Питер Хеншоу, вице-президент компании BP, в сопровождении господина Сергея Гапликова, члена наблюдательного совета Сочи 2014.
Peter Henschel and Sergei Gaplikov.
Representing Belarus.
Бронзовые призеры, представители Республики Беларусь, Василий Шапцевой.
Vasily Shaptseboy, together with his guide Mikhail Lebedso, they take the bronze medal. The Belarusian managed to get the bronze in the 3 kilometers pursuit in Vancouver. So he's matched that, and there's still lots, of course, to look forward to as well. So Mr. Henschel's made a presentation of the medals. Now Sergei Gaplikov, the member of the Sochi 2014 Supervisory Board. Smiles here and great satisfaction. Belarus pick up the bronze.
Representing Russian Federation.
Серебряные призеры, представители России, Николай Полухин.
Nikolai Paluchin,
Токарев.
together with Andrei Tokarev, the guide. Really very, very impressive and important, of course, the guides. So, the man from Tiumen, the 31-year-old Paluchin, really, really impressed with this performance. He was holding, in fact, the gold medal from the 2 times 5 kilometer relay open from Vancouver, and from the World Championships he already has 4 gold medals, so there could even get more to come from Nikolai Paluchin.
Gold medalists and Paralympic champions representing Ukraine.
Золотые медали и звание чемпионов Паралимпийских игр завоевали представители Украины. Виталий Лукьяненко.
Vitaly Lukyanenko, together with Boris Baba, take the top podium. The gold medal is theirs, and it was an extremely impressive performance. 20:18.8 was their time. 20:29.8 was that of the second. So they won by a full 11.2 seconds. It was a very, very impressive performance. And obviously, the faces are not entirely and hugely gleeful. Certain situations obviously on their minds, but definitely an impressive one. Performance there by Lukyanenko.
Of Ukraine.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн Украины.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победители и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
Well, that is the 3rd time that Vitaly Lukyanenko has stood atop the podium at the Paralympic Winter Games. He won in Torino in the 12 kilometer visually impaired. He won in Vancouver in the 3 kilometer pursuit. He's now won here in the 7.5 kilometer biathlon. And I have to say, that is an extraordinary achievement. 3 gold medals in 3 Winter Olympic Games. It's a fantastic, Paralympic Games. It's a fantastic achievement, and certainly one that everyone here recognizes. As we just pull back and see this wonderful vista, the mountains in the background, the chairlifts, all brand new chairlifts. Wonderful place.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the biathlon women's 6 kilometer visually impaired.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по биатлону. 6 километров. Женщины в классе стоя.
So the women's 6 kilometer. And again, it's a little bit like the town square here in Rosakator. The clock tower just to the right. And really some wonderful new shops. It does look like a much older town. It's been in creation since 2003. So over the last 10 years it's been built.
Please
Quite
welcome the medalists
stunning.
for the biathlon women's 6 kilometer stand-in.
Приветствуем медалистов по биатлону. 6 километров. Женщины в классе стоя.
So here are the medalists. We've got, once again, Ukraine, we've got Russia, and we've got Russia. 2 Russians, 1 Ukrainian, and again, some wonderful performances in the women's 6 kilometer standing biathlon. Bronze medalist Yulia Batankova, silver to Anna Milenina, and Elena Kaufman is the gold medalist from Yekaterinburg. Well, remember a great visit to Yekaterinburg
The medals
a
will
year
be
or so
presented
ago.
by Mr. Duncan Blake, Brand Director of BP, accompanied by Mr. Yuri Relyon, member of Sochi 2014 Supervisory Board.
Медали вручает господин Дункан Блейк, бренд-директор компании BP, в сопровождении господина Юрия Рейлина, члена наблюдательного совета Сочи 2014.
So Duncan Blake and
Bronze
Yuri
medalist representing
Railian.
Ukraine.
Бронзовый призер, представительница Украины, Юлия Ботинкова.
Yulia Batankova takes the bronze medal, the 30-year-old, originally from Simferopol, now from Lutsk in Ukraine, has taken the bronze. In Vancouver, she picked up, in fact, 3 silver medals. In Torino, she picked up a silver. Her ambition is still to stand atop the podium. Bronze then to Batankova from Ukraine.
Silver medalist representing Russian Federation.
Серебряный призер, представительница России, Анна Миленина.
Anna Milenina, she's been used to success, let me tell you. She actually won the 3 kilometer pursuit in Vancouver. She has won so many world championships, hard to count, I think it's 7. She has won in Torino as well, in cross country. And I have to say that she really had to battle very hard to get to the podium. But she was a full 30 seconds behind the eventual winner, Elena Kaufmann.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Russian Federation.
Золотую медаль и звание чемпионки Паралимпийских игр завоевала представительница России Алена Кауфман.
Well, you think she's pleased, don't you? No doubt at all. It was a stunning performance by Elena Kaufmann. Right from the start, she led at 2, she led at 4, and she was no way going to let anyone overtake her. Superb performance. Elena Kaufmann, 18.272 was her time, 30 seconds ahead of the runner-up. And this is a huge moment in her life. She doesn't have much of a record in either biathlon or cross-country, but she now come to the top of the podium. Gold medalist Elena Kaufmann.
Звучит гимн России.
What a wonderful, wonderful smile from Elena Kaufmann. She comes from a city beyond the Urals on the Trans-Siberian Railway with a beautiful brand new cathedral there. It's a city going places. So is Elena Kaufmann. Absolutely wonderful. 26-year-old. He has a daughter, Karina, just a couple of years old. She gave up a whole season while she was pregnant. And now the rewards for her effort in absolute determination to come back has been honoured with a Master of Sport in Russia, and she also now takes the gold medal. Absolute brilliant performance in the women's 6-kilometre standing event. What a thrill.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the biathlon women's 6-kilometer visually impaired.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по биатлону. 6 километров. Женщины в классе слабовидящие.
So the visually impaired edition of the 6-kilometre will be the next to be presented. And again, the sun just going a little bit further down. It's very, very warm temperatures throughout the day today. But the hugely impressive cauldron keeps its fabulous presence here in
Biathlon women's 6-kilometer visually impaired.
Приветствуем медалистов по биатлону. 6 километров. Женщины в классе слабовидящие.
So here we are, the athletes will be honoured here. Again, Ukraine features, that's what you'd expect, of course, biathlon and cross-country. Oksana Shishkova is the bronze medal winner. Russia's Yulia Budeliva is the silver. And guess what? Russia has Mikhailina Lisova as the gold medal winner. The accompanying guides, Lada Nestorenko, Tatiana Maltseva and Alexei Ivanov. We've got Bob Stedward from Canada, the IPC lifetime member, together with
The medals
Olga
will be presented by
Kolodets.
Dr. Bob Stedward, lifetime member of the International Paralympic Committee. Accompanied by Mrs. Olga Kolodets, Deputy Prime Minister of the Russian Federation.
Медали вручает доктор Боб Стидвард, пожизненный член Международного паралимпийского комитета, в сопровождении госпожи Ольги Голодец, заместителя председателя правительства Российской Федерации.
Bronze medalist representing Ukraine.
Бронзовые призеры, представители Украины, Оксана Шишкова, гид Лада Нестеренко.
Oksana Shishkova and Lada Nesterenko. Certainly, Oksana at the age of 22 will be very, very happy with her performance. In terms of previous World Championships, she's managed silver medal on 2 occasions, but in Vancouver she did not reach the podium, so this is a huge step forward. 5th and a 6th in Vancouver, now up to 3rd position. And well, Oksana Shishkova will be really, really pleased to receive. A little distance behind the others on the podium. The 2 Russians were significantly ahead in the actual competition itself, but a bronze medal is a great achievement.
Representing Russian Federation.
Серебряные призеры, представители России, Юлия Будалеева, гид Татьяна Мальцева.
Yulia Budaleva, together with Tatiana Maltseva, the guide, they have achieved a silver medal here in the women's 6-kilometer visually impaired. And, well, after a 2nd in the World Championships in Sollefteå in Sweden, also a 3rd in that same tournament, also in the biathlon, achieving 3 silver medals as well. It seems like they will be hoping against hope to break the silver medal habit. You never know. It's a welcome silver, but they will try definitely to get to the top of that podium
Paralympic
soon.
champions representing Russian Federation.
Золотые медали и звание чемпионов Паралимпийских игр завоевали представители России. Михалина Лысова, гид Алексей Иванов.
Mikhalina Lisova and Alexei Ivanov, the guide. 21 years old, Mikhalina, from Nizhny Tagil in Russia. What a popular winner she is too. She won in the 2.5 times 3 relay open in Vancouver, so she has been to the top step before. She was 2nd in the kilometer sprint and the classic style 5 kilometers in Vancouver, so this is another marvelous achievement. World Championship she's won on 5 occasions previously, but this is definitely, at her home Paralympic Winter Games, will be something hugely special for both of them. In fact, Alexei Ivanov as well.
Ladies and
Wonderful,
gentlemen, the
wonderful
anthem
achievement.
of Russian Federation.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн России.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победители и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
We're getting used to seeing tears of joy, of course, but this is very special for Mikalina Lisova. She has fulfilled all the expectations and ambitions of all those that supported and sponsored her. She's part of the Our Champion project, launched by the Sochi 2014 Organizing Committee. That was in order to raise awareness of the Paralympic movement and its values. What a champion she's proven to be. She was the IPC Athlete of the Month after winning 4 golds earlier in her career in the World Championships. It has been something very special for everyone, in particular for this young girl, 21 years old, superb.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the cross-country skiing men's 15-kilometer sitting.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по лыжным гонкам 15 километров. Мужчины в классе сидя.
So we move disciplines, we move genders. We go to the men's 15-kilometer sitting event. Oh, you lucky, lucky thing. How about that? You've got one of the bouquets. What a souvenir of a wonderful trip. Well, I can tell you the celebration keeps going on and on because it's Russia, Russia and Russia once again.
15-kilometer sitting.
Приветствуем медалистов по лыжным гонкам. 15 километров. Мужчины в классе сидя.
As I mentioned, it is Russia dominating this particular event. Cross-country skiing, men's 15-kilometer sitting, and, well, you have to say that all of them, Davidovich, Zaripov and Petushkov, have just been totally dominant. Superb effort. I can tell you now, they love this. We've got Vladimir Lukin from Russia, member of the supervisory board, and Ludmila Chernova, also from Russia.
The medals will be presented by Mr. Vladimir Lukin, member of the Sochi 2014 Supervisory Board, accompanied by Ms. Ludmila Chernova, Minister of Physical Culture and Sport of the Krasnodar region.
Медали вручает господин Владимир Лукин, член наблюдательного совета Сочи 2014, в сопровождении госпожи Людмилы Черновой, министра физической культуры и спорта Краснодарского края.
Bronze medalist representing Russian Federation.
Бронзовый призер, представитель России, Александр Давидович.
Alexander Davidovich, 29 years old, from Ufa. You could tell that he was just keeping his emotions in there because this is a huge moment in his life. In Vancouver, he was 8th, 10th and 15th. World Championships, 5th, 11th and 12th. The Winter Games in the Paralympic Winter Games in the 15-kilometer sitting, he was 6th. He's moved up to podium, and his whole family will be celebrating this huge achievement. A Master of Sport international class in Russia now. Alexander Davidovich, bronze medalist.
Silver medalist representing Russian Federation.
Серебряный призер, представитель России, Ирик Зарипов.
Irek Zaripov, again hugely popular, 30 years old now. He won this event in Vancouver, couldn't quite defend that title. He also won the 10-kilometer sitting in Vancouver as well. He has won so many World Championship titles, both in cross-country and in biathlon. He's from the Ural Academy of Physical Culture, and they will be so proud of him. he says, I feel like a very adequate person. I have everything I need: happiness, a home, a family, and a sport that returned life to
Gold
me.
medalist and Paralympic champion representing Russian Federation.
Золотую медаль и звание чемпиона Паралимпийских игр завоевал представитель России Роман Петушков.
Well, this is something special. Roman Petushkov, he has now picked up 2 gold medals in 2 days. What a start to his ventures here in Sochi. He was second in this event in Vancouver. He won the World Championship on 4 or 5 times. Expectations for him to perform were quite extensive, and obviously he needed to be at his best form in order to achieve this remarkable and very impressive gold medal here in the cross country. 15 kilometers for men. Just listen to the crowd appreciating this magnificent effort.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Russian Federation.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн России.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победители и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
The red, white and blue flying high on the flagpoles. A wonderful backdrop of the Ibiza Ridge of the Western Caucasus. It's an absolutely beautiful moment for all of Russia to celebrate this picture. What a tableau. In fact, the guy on the left, that is Zaripov, is going to be retiring after these games. He says, I hope my farewell with the sport will be positive. And he says, I plan a political future. Well, I can tell you now, he's got a whole bunch of voters already there waiting in the wings. Fabulous moment for the whole of Russia, and particularly for Roman Petushkov, the Paralympic Winter Games champion for cross-country in the 15 kilometers. Some lucky fans in the crowd as well pick up the bouquets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Alpine Skiing Men's Super G sitting.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по горным лыжам. Супергигант, мужчины в классе сидя.
So the Alpine Skiing Men's Super G now for the sitting category. And we had some really impressive performances yesterday. The Japanese in particular absolutely love it. But oh, look at that, what a wonderful memento. You can tell that she's so moved at having taken that bouquet. Great thrill.
Please welcome the medalists for the Alpine Skiing Men's Super G sitting.
Приветствуем медалистов по горным лыжам. Супергигант, мужчины в классе сидя.
So here they come, 2 from Japan, 1 from Canada. And again, there's no doubt at all that Akira Kano, the 27-year-old, following in the footsteps of the previous contestant, of course, who picked up a couple of gold medals. You just saw it was another major success for Japan and a second gold medal for Kano. We've got Yairus Mogalo from Kenya making the medal presentation, and Anatoly Rykov of Russia, first deputy mayor of Sochi for the flowers.
Mr. Yairus Mogalo, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee, accompanied by Mr. Anatoly Rykov, first deputy mayor of Sochi.
Медали вручает господин Яирус Могало, член правления Международного паралимпийского комитета, в сопровождении господина Анатолия Рыкова, первого заместителя главы города Сочи.
Bronze medalist representing Canada.
Бронзовый призер, представитель Канады,
Caleb Brousseau comes to the podium, 25-year-old from Terrace in British Columbia. Thrilled with this one. He was 6th in the downhill, sitting. He was 7th in La Molina in the World Championship, so this is new territory for him. He's never had a medal around his neck, and I can tell you, he is totally thrilled. What a great moment. He goes whitewater kayaking in the summer. He's an instructor in that discipline. Just look at him. Wonderful moment for
Silver
Brousseau.
medalist representing Japan.
серебряный призер, представитель Японии, Taiki Mori.
Taiki Mori, the 33-year-old, originally from Akiruno, now residing in Tokyo. He didn't finish in the men's downhill, but has come in with a stunning performance to make silver medal position on this occasion. He was silver in Vancouver. He was also silver in the giant slalom in Torino as well. So you could put this down to experience, I guess, but he has been denied the top spot by one of his prodigies, you might say. We'll talk about him in a while, but this is a great performance nevertheless by Taiki Mori, Japan, silver medal.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Japan.
Золотую медаль и звание чемпиона Паралимпийских игр завоевал представитель Японии
Akira Kano comes to the top step of the podium for the second time in 2 days. The 27-year-old from Nagano now, host country of course, previous years for the Paralympic Winter Games, and now they have another champion medal around the neck of Akira Kano. He won in Vancouver. He's won the World Championships in Sestriere in Italy. He has just dominated this particular sport. And winning a gold medal in Vancouver was his most memorable achievement. I can tell you what, I think that's been superseded.
The anthem of Japan.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн Японии.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победители и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
You know, there's a couple of stories about this young man, Akira Kano. His hero is actually the 17th century Japanese swordsman and ronin, Miyamoto Musashi. You can tell there's some very, very inner strength that we saw in the eyes of Kano right there. He's getting that inspiration from somewhere, that's for sure. The other fascinating fact is that his actually most influential person in his career is the guy that he beat, Taiki Mori. It's an extraordinary story, really. The Taiki Mori has not actually won a gold medal, but Kano has won it now on 3 occasions. Extraordinary.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Alpine Skiing Men's Super G Standing.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по горным лыжам. Супергигант, мужчины в классе стоя.
So the Alpine Skiing Men's Super G Standing event now. And again, we've got another double gold medalist coming forward. Just a couple of minutes, it will all be revealed. You might have gathered from the
Please
visuals
the
there.
medalist for the Alpine Skiing Men's Super G Standing.
Приветствуем медалистов по горным лыжам. Супергигант, мужчины в классе стоя.
It was in fact the Austrian Markus Salker that comes through. He only won by 0.06, 600ths of a second yesterday. This time it was much easier. It was 0.41. But who did he beat this time? It was his compatriot Matis Lanzinger. And they pushed the Russian 16-year-old Alexei Bugaev back into 3rd place, 1.38 seconds behind. This is big celebration time for Austria as we also welcome Dwayne Kale and Jairus Mogalo, who will make the presentations. Dwayne Kale from New Zealand.
Presented by Mr. Dwayne Kale, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee. Accompanied by Mr. Jairus Mogalo, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
Медали вручает господин Дуэйн Кейл, член правления Международного паралимпийского комитета, в сопровождении господина Яируса Магало, члена правления Международного паралимпийского комитета.
Bronze medalist representing Russian Federation.
Бронзовый призер, представитель России, Алексей Бугаев.
Alexei Bugaev runs to the podium. The 16-year-old from Krasnoyarsk has picked up another podium finish. Very impressive. He was in the men's downhill, he got a silver. He picked up the bronze in the Super G. In the World Championships, he also got silvers in La Molina in 2 events. He's definitely one for the future for Russia. Bronze medal this evening.
Silver medalist representing Austria.
Серебряный призер, представитель Австрии, Матиас Ланцингер.
Matthias Lanzinger, 33 from up to now living in Salzburg. He has made the silver medal. He won the Super Combined in the World Championships, La Molina, in 2013. And in fact, he competed in able-bodied skiing before his accident, finishing 3rd in Super G in 2005 World Cup. He's obviously had many operations, but he was the Disabled Athlete of the Year 2013 by the Austrian Sports Journalists Association. Great achievement, silver medal here this evening in the Super G standing.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Austria.
Золотую медаль и звание чемпиона Паралимпийских игр завоевал представитель Австрии Маркус Салке.
Marcus Salke, 22 years old. Absolutely stunning performance. 2 gold medals, 2 days. I can tell you now, Klagenfurt, where he's from, have only just got over the hangover from last night. Now look what you've done again, Marcus. Ha! It's a wonderful achievement and big celebrations, no doubt at all, in Klagenfurt. 8th in the Super G in Vancouver, 9th in the Super Combined. He picks up immediately here an extraordinary 2 gold medals in 2 days. Wow. He's got a great fan club out here in
Ladies and gentlemen,
Rosa
the
as well.
anthem of Austria.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн Австрии.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победитель и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
Das ist Spitze, Marcus. Wahnsinn, as they say in your part of the world. I know, I lived there for a while. So that is absolutely marvellous for Austria. Austria 1 and 2. Marcus Salke picks up 2 gold medals in 2 days. Alles Gemütlichkeit in Österreich, and here in
Ladies and
Rosa
gentlemen,
Couture,
the victory ceremony for
one
the
more
alpine skiing
to come.
men's Super G visually impaired.
Дамы и господа, церемония награждения победителей и призеров по горным лыжам «Супергигант». Мужчины в классе слабовидящие.
So the alpine skiing men's Super G visually impaired. As the waters of the Zmta River continue rushing down to the Black Sea. We see in the background them rushing on skis in the Super G.
Please welcome the medalist for the alpine skiing men's Super G visually impaired.
Приветствуем медалистов по горным лыжам «Супергигант». Мужчины в классе слабовидящие.
So the medalists, we have got one of the youngest and one of the oldest here. In the bronze medal position for Canada, Matt Marco. In the silver medal position, he's 16 incidentally. And Mark Batum, 55 years old from the United States. Jakub Krakow was the winner at 23 years old. I think also the the flank carrier for Slovakia as well. But what an extraordinary achievement by Mark Batum and for Marco. So, our final presenters, Kristin Gunkel from Otterbock and Sergei Krasnoporov.
The medals will be presented
From
by Ms.
Otterbock.
Kristin Gunkel, Otterbock Chief Marketing Officer, accompanied by Mr. Sergei Krasnoporov, Vice President of the Sochi 2014 Organizing Committee.
Медали вручает госпожа Кристин Гункель, директор по маркетингу компании «Оттобок», в сопровождении господина Сергея Красноперова, вице-президента Организационного комитета «Сочи-2014».
Otterbock have obviously helped hugely with the athletes' personal equipment, prosthesis and so on. So the 16-year-old from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario in Canada, Marc Marceau, together with Robin Femi, has picked up the bronze medal here after taking the bronze medal in the men's downhill as well. So two fabulous achievements. Of course, we also remember Marc Marceau's brother, who has been his guide for most of his training days, and that is Billy Joe. He's not here, of course, and Robin Femi stepped in at the last moment. So that story in itself is worthy of note. It's a very impressive performance by both these skiers, and you can see it's wonderful to see Robin Femi telling Marc Marceau what he's doing.
Silver
Fabulous.
medalists representing United States of America.
Серебряные призеры, представители Соединенных Штатов Америки. Марк Батум, Кейт Ямамото.
Marc Batum from the United States, 55 years old, from Seattle. He was second in Vancouver in the downhill, fourth in the Super G. He's moved up to silver medal in the Super G. Cade Yamamoto is his guide. And again, I would say this is an extraordinary achievement. 55 years old, and he's certainly not lost the zest or the enthusiasm for record-breaking performances. Fantastic.
Gold medalists and Paralympic champions representing Slovakia.
Золотые медали и звание чемпионов Паралимпийских игр завоевали представители Словакии.
Jakub Krako, together with Martin Motika, have fulfilled all the ambitions for Slovakia. He was the flag bearer for Slovakia at the opening ceremony inside the Fish Stadium, and he has now done everything that they'd expected of him. He was fourth in the men's downhill, and now to take the Super G title is fantastic. In Vancouver, he won it also. He won the slalom, he won the super combined and the giant slalom, so he's defending champion. And he, from Priecvica in Slovakia, will be certainly celebrated, and a glass of vodka perhaps will be raised tonight. That is a wonderful, wonderful achievement. His motto is, go as fast as possible, and then faster still.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн Словакии.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Дамы и господа, победители и призеры Паралимпийских игр.
What a great celebration for Jakob Krakow, and literally his teammate Martin Modka takes a cue from him, everything he does. It's the most extraordinary partnership, isn't it? Really, really difficult for us to understand how they can strike up such a confident partnership with each other, in each other, to do such daring things at crazy speeds down the slopes. It's a wonder. It's a wonder for all of us. But we've had a fantastic celebration this evening. 8 medal victory ceremonies, and really lots of smiles, lots of celebration, lots of tears, and maybe, yes, we've had the odd bouquet presented, well, not exactly presented, tossed out into the crowd, but certainly those that have managed to pick them up have really celebrated enormously. They will stay with them for the rest of their lives, no doubt at all about that. It's getting dark here, certainly dusk up in Rosakator in the Alpine Resort, 30 kilometers from Sochi. We will just have a quick look at a recap of things we've seen already this evening.
And the North Ostend Male Choir of the State Philharmonic, followed by singer Maxine. Concert will begin in 15.
The sun will shine on us again tomorrow. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I hope you can join us then on day 3 of competition here in Sochi.